Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Julie Lee, and you can find out more about what I do in the description box below, where there's some information and description, etc. About my services. So we're here to do the weekly channeled guidance, and before I get into the tarot cards, just want to share what I've been receiving in terms of information, and it's just about staying in your power. And what that means is, when you've got other people around you doing things that don't necessarily align with how you feel or think, it can, be a bit distracting and nerve-wracking, but the main focus is on yourself. So, see other people as a reflection of what's going on inside of you, rather than focusing on trying to change them, because often the message that we need is a message that we're giving to others, and so we often criticize others, or we see them and we try and give them the information that we think they need, but actually that message is often for ourselves. So just to start with, just have that awareness and try not to get distracted by outside world, because we are moving into a different way of being now. I mean, there's been a mass acceleration of spiritual awareness of ourselves, etc. And it's because the energy's changing and we need to move with it. So the more that you can become aligned with yourself and become aware of how you're feeling and thinking, and your own responsibility in that, then the easier this time period or this process will be. So I hope that makes sense, but if you have any questions, do let me know. And we're now in the month of September, so I really feel like it's going to be a busy month, but lots of healing and sort of realizations. And I think the next 6 months I think will be quite interesting. There's a lot happening, but the main thing, regardless of what's going on, just stay focused on yourself. And I'll attach the link to the video that my friend Denise and I did for September, so you might find that helpful as well. By the time you watch this, we'll be having a new moon, so there'll be a lot of energy around that. So just be aware of what's happening, and think about what it is that you want to create in your life. Okay, so let's see what Tarot has to say for the week ahead. It's a message for the week ahead. Okay, message for the week ahead. Oops. Okay. Oops. Okay, so, sorry about that. Let's pull these cards out. So we've got quite a few cards coming together. And I don't normally read this in reverse, but we'll just see how the message comes out. So let me just pull this across a bit. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck we've got the Strength card, which is great. It's about our own strength and remembering our own strength, because this is quite a difficult time for a lot of people. Whatever your situation is, I can imagine that everyone is being tested in some way, and so it's really important to stay centered and in alignment with yourself. And like I said in the earlier part of the message, it's really easy to get distracted, and we've had sun flares and lots of solar activity recently, and that also it's all part of this shift that we're going through. And so things that before wouldn't have annoyed or frustrated us or caused us to come out of balance is now doing that. So it's normal to feel what you're feeling, and part of it is the release process as well. When we have these old feelings come up, rather than holding on to them and thinking you need to do something about them. Just observe them and allow them to be there, because it's just part of the healing process, and you don't need to get in, analytical or get into it. Just observe, allow it to be there, and just remember your strength, because you are strong. And yes, this is a challenging time that we're going through, but it's also an exciting time. And the more that you can go with it and allow the learnings to be there, and take it as an opportunity to really get to know yourself, then the stronger you will come out of this, and the easier it will flow. Okay, so the next cards that came out. Well, that was the bottom of the deck, so just an overall theme for us. So be in your power again, in alignment. I love how the cards always work together with the message that's coming through. So then what came out was the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. And the immediate thing I get is about being present on the planet. I've heard of people really struggling, and it's almost wanting to leave it, if I can say so. And I've heard of that happening, people transitioning on from the planet. And so it's really stay in your power, because that's what will give you all the abundance that you're looking for. When you get into fear and you start worrying about how things are going to be, or you allow those emotions to consume you, then that's when you get out of balance, and it feels really challenging. And the message is, again, stay in that power. Like, you look at the King of Wands, and he's a powerful being. He's not letting things distract him. And the Nine of Pentacles, you've got someone who's really abundant in her garden. She's got everything that she needs. And so it's really, when you get into that space of aligning with your true power, with who you really are, then you trust, that everything is going to unfold perfectly, and that you're going to have everything that you need. And it obviously goes against what we've been taught, hence why it's difficult to let go of those old beliefs of lack, and that we have to work hard to have these things, and we have to worry, we have to accumulate. All of those things that we've been taught have been based on fear. Whereas when you get into being in a state of love, then it means that that everything is fine, and you trust that everything is working out, because everything does always work out. It always unfolds perfectly. And we cause ourselves unnecessary pain by holding on to things that don't serve us anymore, especially those old beliefs. And then you've got the King of Swords, and he's very clear as well. He's just clear about, there's sort of, you look at him, there's no mucking around. That's how I feel. And it's really about getting into that place as well, of just being really clear about what it is that you want, from a loving space. What is it that you want from your life? What do you want to create? And really allow yourself to go into that space. And a lot of times people say, well, I just want more money, but it's not really the money that we want. Once you reach a certain level where you are able to feed yourself and have a roof over your head, then your needs are different, actually. So what is it that you're seeking when you ask for what it is that you want, so that you can dig deeper and find out what it really is. But that's stay in your power and manifest from that place of love, and being clear about what it is that you actually want. And I just got reminded that there's a lady called, if you haven't heard of her, Shakti Gawain, and she's written a book which I have happened to have beside me, which is called Creating True Prosperity. And I love her book. I can't remember which one it was, something about the light, her first book. or her earlier books, but this one is also great in terms of if you're worried about finances or worried about the future, then really try and take a look at it and see if it resonates with you. And then finally we've got the Three of Wands, and so this is about allowing things to come in, allowing your ships to sail in, allowing you to see the results of your hard work. And we also have the Three of Pentacles, interestingly, 3-3, and it's almost like about letting go of past hurts, letting go of past disappointments, because what is coming in now will be better than all of that. You know, if you're in a career, or you know your work is working in an office and things like that, perhaps that is changing now, and so if that's the case, it may feel scary to let go of having a solid income that comes in regularly. And you know, it's just allowing the changes to come because they're for your highest good and they will serve you. Whereas, you know, when things are no longer relevant for you, they leave your life, and that's just the way it is, because you're no longer vibrating at that same energy. So, you know, if you are at an ending in your life, then give yourself space to feel it, heal that situation, and when you feel ready, send it off with love, knowing that something better is coming into your life. So yeah, for this, so just to summarize, because there's a lot of messages in there, remember your strength and stay in your power, because things will manifest. You know, you have a lot of abundance, we all do, and it's just that we've been taught to think differently. So now it's time to change our beliefs and to think, you know, with love. And so really think, you know, get clear about what it is that you want in your life. You know, what are the emotions you want to feel? What do you want to experience in your daily life? And, you know, to really let go of finances and money and all that type of stuff, but to really get into what it is that you want. And then allow those things to come into your life, and also allow yourself to heal, to let go of those old beliefs and patterns, which may feel a bit uncomfortable or painful, but it's part of the letting go process as we move forward in this time of transition, really. So I hope that makes sense and it resonates, but if you have any questions, do let me know. If there's any way that I can help you, then get in touch, and I'd love to see if we can work together, or, you know, answer your questions, etc. Okay, it was great to do the reading for you today, and I shall see you next week. Bye.